Welcome to part 3 in our series about traveling with luggage in Japan. In the first video, we covered taking your luggage with you onto transportation such as trains, buses, or airplanes. In the second video, we explained how to travel hands-free with a luggage forwarding service. In this video, we're going to cover how to store your luggage while traveling in Japan.
Sometimes you may need to store your luggage just for the day while you're out exploring. Other times, you might need to store it for a couple days or even longer. So if you don't need your luggage for part of your trip, why lug it around? Luckily, you have many options in Japan.
If you want to store your luggage just for a day while you're out sightseeing, then coin lockers are an excellent option as they are widely available in many train stations. They often take 100 yen coins, although some accept payment by IC cards or even credit card. Lockers often come in 3 sizes, small, medium, and large, although the specific dimensions and prices vary by location. We've been able to fit our large 28-inch suitcase into large lockers in Japan. We've also used one large locker to store 4 carry-on sized bags. There are often also small lockers available at attractions or shopping malls, so if you don't want to carry your heavy bag around with you all day, you could use one of these. They tend to fit 1 or 2 backpacks, and sometimes they even return your 100 yen coin to you when you retrieve your items. And even though those lockers at the Anpanman Museum were too small for our suitcases, they did allow us to store our suitcases outside with somebody watching them, where there were also a bunch of strollers lined up. There are some disadvantages to using coin lockers. First of all, you may not be able to find an available locker, and the larger sized ones tend to fill up the fastest. Secondly, you may need to have 100 yen coins. Hopefully, there's a change machine nearby. And remember, some take a Pasmo or IC card instead. Most coin lockers are limited to day use, so make sure you pick up your stuff that day. Otherwise, it could be removed or disposed of.
In addition to lockers, there are luggage storage counters throughout Japan. You can usually find these in the busier train stations such as Tokyo Station, Shinjuku Station, Osaka, Kyoto Station, and even Sapporo. The common service counters are by the usual companies we mentioned in the previous video, which are Yamato Transport, JAL ABC, and Sagawa Express. And at the airports, you'll usually find Yamato Transport right next to JAL ABC. But do note that the luggage storage counters are usually more expensive than paying at a coin locker. If you opt for one of these daytime storage counters, make sure you collect your items by end of day. So note the hours of operation, because if they're closed, you can't get your stuff till the next day.
Often, if you arrive at your hotel before check-in time, they'll allow you to leave your luggage while you go out sightseeing. Or once you check out of the hotel, if you need to leave your bags for the day, they'll usually allow you to do that as well. This is one advantage to staying in a hotel over booking an Airbnb. We have a separate video all about that topic.
Multi-day luggage storage lockers. If you want to store your luggage in a locker for more than one day, you're in luck because there's options for this as well. You can usually find these in the busy train stations again. However, these can be harder to find. Here are a couple of them. At Tokyo Station, on the first floor of the Yaesu North exit, there are coin lockers near the gate, and you can store up to 3 days. At Sapporo Station, there are coin lockers where you can store up to 3 days as well. I can't tell you the exact location because they're kind of spread throughout the station. Now, when you use multi-day lockers, make sure you retrieve your items on time. If something happens and you end up leaving your stuff in the locker for over 30 days, your items will be discarded for sure. But please check out the location because everywhere can have different rules. Multi-day luggage storage counters. JAL ABC counters are located at the airports Narita, Haneda, Kansai, which is Osaka, and Chubu in Nagoya. And these counters can store your luggage up to 30 days. If you need to store it longer, do let them know when you are bringing your items in, or if you need to extend, just give them a call. The extension will depend on space availability. We stored a medium-sized suitcase at Haneda Airport for 2 weeks, and it cost 8,400 yen or 600 yen per day. I do not know of any weight limits or sizes. However, I recommend you keep your luggage weight under 30 kg and under 160 centimeters combined length plus width plus depth, because this is pretty much the standard limit. And prices do vary based on location. For instance, a large size item at Haneda costs 1,000 yen per day, while at Kansai it's 1,200 yen per day. And do note that if the service counter is full, they will refuse service. When we stored our luggage at JAL ABC, originally they told us that it was full, even though I had called them earlier and they said there was space available. So after politely begging them, they sent us upstairs where they had another office and they had a couple of spots left available. So if they are full, please ask them if they have another storage facility nearby. There might be one upstairs. And they also have boxes for sale if you need that. Hours of operation also vary per location, so please check that ahead of time. Sagawa Express has a few locations, including at Tokyo Station, Skytree, Asakusa, and Shinjuku Station. We visited the Tokyo Station counter, and in addition to luggage delivery services, they will store your luggage up to 7 days. It costs 800 yen per piece. It doesn't matter your size, up to a maximum of 160 centimeters, length plus width plus depth. So even if your bag is this small, 800 yen. And storing your luggage depends on space availability. Cloakrooms. Many of the larger train stations, again, such as Tokyo Station, have luggage storage counters known as cloakrooms. If you are unable to find one of these, you can flag down to staff and ask for kuroku-room, which means cloakroom. Tokyo Station has a few, including Gransta. They have a baggage service counter outside of the Yaesu South exit near the ticket gate, and also one near the Marunouchi Central Ticket Gate. And some of these facilities will store your luggage up to 30 days. In Osaka, near Umeda Station, they have Crosta, which is also a cloakroom service, and they will store up to 15 days. In Kyoto, they also have a Crosta, which is at Kyoto Station, and again, they'll store up to 15 days. And the cost is 800 yen per piece per day. The maximum size of length plus width plus depth is 2 meters, and the maximum weight is 30 kilograms. However, as far as the dimensions go, there are exceptions, such as if you're carrying skis or golf clubs or other types of sporting equipment. So if you're unsure, please contact them. Luggage storage app, ECBO Cloak. ECBO Cloak is a very popular luggage storage solution in Japan for both travelers and locals. It allows users to conveniently store their luggage in places such as train stations, shopping malls, and other public facilities. ECBO stands for Excite, Communicate, Build, and Own Your Life. The Japanese love their acronyms. What's great about ECBO is they have a mobile app for both Android and iPhones. The app lets you search for locations near you and also make a reservation right on your phone. It's easy to sign up and pay with your credit card. They have hubs all over Japan, from Okinawa to Sapporo, Kyoto to Tokyo, and everywhere in between. In fact, we'll be using ECBO for our upcoming trip to Sapporo, where we will take a side trip up to Asahikawa for a few days, and we don't need all of our luggage, so why lug it around? How much does ECBO cost? Well, they have two prices, either bag size or luggage size. If your piece of luggage is under 45 centimeters, then it is considered a bag, and that is the longest side. Whatever the longest side is, if it is under 45 centimeters, then it is bag size. If it is larger, then it is luggage size. Bag size costs 500 yen per day, and luggage costs 800 yen per day. The maximum weight is 20 kg per piece, which is less than most places, so keep that in mind. But there really is no maximum size restriction. But if you're carrying something like extra long skis, please contact ECBO first to make sure that it's going to be okay. You can store up to 14 days. However, if you need to store for a longer time, contact ECBO, and they said they can arrange a place for you where you'll be able to store it longer. So if you need to do that, make sure you do it ahead of time. But is my luggage safe with ECBO? This is a good question, because you might be storing your luggage in an unconventional place like a coffee shop. Don't worry, Japan is one of the safest countries in the world. People lose their iPhones and have them returned. And for peace of mind, each piece of luggage is insured up to 200,000 yen. However, if you have prohibited items in your luggage, then you are not insured at all. So please check their website for more details. Yamato Transport hack. This is a hack to store your luggage while having it shipped to your next destination. Normally, Yamato will store your luggage for 1 day only at their storage counters. However, if you ship your luggage through Yamato Transport, you can have them stored at their office for 7 days or have it delivered after 7 days. So when you fill out the waybill form, you can put your delivery date or when you will collect the item at the office. And if you even need a longer amount of time, discuss this with the Yamato Transport office and it might be possible. This works really well when you're on a 7-day train trip where you ship your luggage before you go and you pick it up at your destination 7 days later. For more information about luggage forwarding services and delivery in Japan, watch our previous video on this. As you can see, there are many options for you to store your luggage in Japan from 1 to 30 days. You can use their extensive network of coin lockers in train stations and attractions. Or if you prefer, you can leave it in the hands of the known couriers such as Yamato Transport, JAL ABC, or Sagawa Express. And if you even need more flexibility, then you can use ECBO Cloak. They have a mobile app where you can make reservations.
Which type of luggage storage will you use while you're in Japan? Let us know in the comments below. If you haven't already, please watch our other videos in this series. We cover taking luggage with you onto transportation or traveling hands-free by forwarding your luggage to your next destination. Thanks so much for watching. Please subscribe for more travel tips and inspiration. We share tons here on Kensho Quest to help you travel throughout Japan with ease.